Welcome to the Smart Marketers Academy, where we help you to build your business smart, get more clients, and make more profits. I'm Davida Yemi Akale. I'm the founder and CEO of the Smart Marketers Academy. On this program, we're looking at helping you to build your business smart, and the program is List Building for Profits, How to Get Started, Module 2. Now, with building your list, we take you through a 5-step process. And on the first program, or the first module, we looked at preparing your profitable foundation. On this module, we'll be looking at creating your irresistible offer. Now, in order to get a person to join your mailing list, you need to offer them something of value. And not just of value, something they will not be able to resist, something that will compel them to join your list. And in order to do that, we need to key into their motivations. We need to find out what will get them to exchange their name and email address for whatever we're offering them without a shadow of doubt. Now, in order to do that, we need to think about a no barrier to entry product. So what we want to do is to eliminate all the barriers to them joining your list. We want to make sure that we remove everything that might prevent them from joining your list. And in most cases, this would include a price. So this offer will have to be free. We want to eliminate price. Now, the other thing is that as you plan this particular offer, you need to be able to answer the question for the client, what's in it for me? Most of the time, we build our businesses from our perspective, and we give the client what we want to give to them. But we need to remember that it's so important that the client gets what they want, because that's the only thing that will motivate them to buy. Excuse me. Now, what we're going to do as we create this irresistible offer is to make sure that we include a benefit. So we're creating a benefit, something they want, something that would add value to them, something that would deliver a benefit to them. We also want to make sure that this offer can deliver a promise. Now, just give a quick example of one of the programs that we have at the Smart Marketers Academy, and it's our Get More Clients Quick Start program. And on that program, we teach you how to get your first 5 clients in 30 days. So in this particular program, as you could see, there is a promise delivered. You're going to be able to get your first 5 clients in 30 days if you do what you're supposed to, if you implement the things that you're taught on the program. Now, in order to make your offer irresistible, you need to work with the client's motivation. Now, there's no point in trying to give a dog a bag of seeds. I've always said that. If you're trying to motivate a dog with a bag of seeds, you probably get nowhere. But if you want a dog to do what you want it to do, dangle a bone before it, and then you'll get the dog to maybe jump. So when you're working with clients, you need to work with their motivation. When you're trying to sell, you need to work with the motivation of your clients. So in this case, we're going to start by looking at what their most pressing problem is. What's the most pressing problem of the client? Now, that's not enough. It needs to be a problem that they want to solve. Because people can live with problems. If you look at yourself or look at your life, you probably have problems that they're not a priority to solve. So people are the same. Not all problems have the same level of desperation attached to them. But in order for your offer to be irresistible, it has to be a desperate problem. So ask yourself this question: is it a problem that they're desperate to have a solution for right now? When you have urgency attached to a problem, it makes people want to quickly acquire the solution. So ask yourself this question: what do they want the most? What must they have? What will get them to open their purse to do business with you? What you'd find is that different things motivate different people. What might get me to open my purse to do business with you is different from what might get my husband to open his wallet to do business with you. You need to key into your client's motivations. Now, there's no point in creating an offer, an irresistible offer, then give it an attractive title. You need to give your offer an attention-grabbing title. The title of your offer has to be as irresistible or even more irresistible than the product itself, because it needs to be something that would motivate them to sign up for what you have to offer. The title of your offer is what they see. They don't even know what you're going to deliver as part of that package. So in order to make your offer more attention grabbing for your particular client, you need to understand them in more depth. You need to know how they describe the problem that they have. You need to really know the language that they use when they're talking about it. And in order to do that, you need to probably listen in to their dialogue, maybe on forums, if you're mingling with them at networking meetings face to face. You need to listen to them closely and find out what language they use to describe their problem or to talk about their problem. And when you find it out, you need to use this and use it as part of your title. Now, the importance of this is whatever is going on in their mind needs to be in alignment with what you have to offer them. There's no point in what they have, so that when they see what you have to offer, it's exactly what they want. So there's an attraction to it. There's no barrier. But if what they want in their mind is different from what you are describing, you're confusing the communication paths. So there needs to be an alignment between the language, that the questions they're asking in their mind, and what you are offering them in terms of the title of your irresistible offer. Remember to include a benefit and a promise, and make your offer specific. Like the example that I gave you a few minutes ago, how to get your first 5 clients in 30 days. So that's specific because you're getting 5 clients and you're getting them in 30 days. Now let's look at some examples of some attention-grabbing titles. And the first one is how to write irresistible headlines and double your opt-ins. As you could see, doubling your opt-ins is the promise. It's the results that they really want. The writing the irresistible headlines is just a means to obtaining that. Now, if you're writing something similar to this, you could just swap what you have in the square brackets with what your business, maybe the benefits or the promises that your business would have to offer your ideal client. Another one is 5 answers you must know before your job interview. Eliminate lower back pain once and for all. 5 things everybody ought to know about detoxing. How to become a published author in 7 days. As you can see, that one is another very specific one. Do this, but this is the amount of time in which this goal can be achieved. 7 quick ways to save money on food shopping. And like I said, you can use this as a template. Just swap those phrases in the square brackets and you'd be able to craft your own attention grabbing title for your irresistible offer. Now we're going to have a quick look at 2 quick ways of creating your irresistible offer. Now the first one is to use private label rights. These are products that have been created, so they could be video, they could be an ebook, in products in any format that you can find on the web that you can buy the resale rights too. That means you can resell them, you can use them, you can give them away as your own product. So you can repackage them with your name on them, and you can give them away as something to obtain the name and address of your ideal client. These products are not so expensive, and they're just a quicker way to be able to achieve your goal of building your mailing list, getting names and addresses of people on your list. Now, another way you can create your irresistible offer quite quickly is by going to article directories and creating a compilation of articles. So what you want to do in this case is to think about certain experts. Think about the different experts that serve your target market. They don't necessarily have to be people who you are in competition with, or maybe people who sell the same thing that you do to that same market, but they could be people who sell complementary services. So in these article directories, you'll find experts that are already there. So what you can do is take their articles. Maybe you might pick 15, 20, 25 articles, create an ebook of them, and what you want to do is make sure maybe you put 1 or 2 articles from yourself in that particular compilation. And what that does is it positions you as an author, as an expert as well. So think about all the article directories, and in most cases these articles have republishing rights. You can republish these articles if you include all the copyright information of the article in the particular compilation that you are creating. Create your ebook in PDF format, publish it, and there you have your irresistible offer. Now, a third way to create your irresistible offer is by creating your own. Now, this doesn't have to be a long, drawn-out process, because you can create a tip sheet, you can create a checklist, you can use different formats. We'll look at formats in a few minutes. But when you create your own, one thing it does is that it helps position you as the go-to person or as an expert. And what people can do is they can have a taste of what you have to offer, and that could also prepare them for what the next thing that you have to offer. So if you create your own, you're already giving them a taste of your expertise, and they can decide if they want more of that or not. So what format would your irresistible offer be in? Now, you need to think more about your target market. How do they prefer to consume information? Now, you may need to directly ask your audience, or you might need to look at what other experts in your niche are doing. How are they providing this information? Now, I did a bit of research on one of the target markets that I serve, and I found that most of them were wanting to consume information in blog posts, books, MP3 messages. They were wanting webinars. These were the top formats in which they were wanting to consume information. So if you know what your target market really wants, you can provide them with information, the information that you can create your irresistible offer and provide it in a way that they would prefer to consume it. So some examples that we have here are tip sheets, a comparison report, a product review, a checklist, an e-report, a free chapter from your book or an e-book, an e-course, a PowerPoint presentation, an audio message, a video product, a free webinar or teleseminar. Now, my freebie at the Smarter Marketers Academy is in an email format. And the reason why this works for me is because I could track I could track how my market, my audience are consuming this product. So what I've done is I've produced an email series. So it's a little course of 7 emails, and I can see how many people have gone through the whole series, how many people are opening them up, how many people are not, and so on and so forth. So with that, it helps me understand what my target market are looking for. Because if, for instance, you create a product in an ebook format, and there's nothing wrong with that, but if you create your product in an ebook format, what you'd find is that they might download the book, but you're never sure if they really consumed it. But what we're after is information that they will find irresistible and consume. We've got their name and address information, but we're also later on interested in them consuming that information that we provide for them, so that we can know the type of information they want and create products and services that will meet their needs. So as you create this irresistible offer, keep it simple. Don't let it get too complex, and work within your area of expertise. For instance, if you're not so technical, there's no point in trying to create a video if you haven't got those skills. It might just be easier to create a worksheet or a simple checklist. That might be much better, and it will save you a lot of time. There's no point in getting stuck and overwhelming yourself with this task. The key thing is that you need to get their email address and their name details with this information. So once you've created your irresistible offer, once you've decided on an irresistible offer that you're going to create, do a final check. And one of the checks that you need to do is that, does it fit into the big picture of your sales process? So basically, would it help your potential clients make the natural progression from using your free services to purchasing your paid ones? You want everything you do to add up to the first step to add up to the next step. There's no point in putting something that won't lead to the next to the next offer, or to them consuming the next part of your sales cycle. Now, would it also add to your bottom line? So is there some congruence between what you have to offer and what comes next? Some other types of checks that you need to do has to do with value. Does it add value to them? Does it help them solve a problem? Does it help them achieve a goal? Does it help them take the first steps towards solving a problem or achieving a goal? Now, sometimes what you don't need to do with your freebie is to create a big solution to a problem, because that might take time to do it properly, and that might be one of your paid products. But what you might do is look for, maybe it could be the first step in solving that problem, and you might just create a freebie around it, which is something similar to what I've done on my program. And on my program, which is how to attract more willing to buy clients for your business, it just takes one element out of my product cycle, and it focuses on that. So it gives my target market a taster of what I'm able to do. It helps them solve some problems. It helps me create some credibility with them. They can trust what I do, and they can decide that they want more or not. So does it give them a definite outcome, and does it produce a definite result for them? So these are the questions you need to ask yourself, because everything you want to do with your business has to deal with giving value. If you give value from the beginning, you'd end up attracting more clients, because people are looking for valuable information. There's no point in giving them rubbish and expecting them to stay on your list. They might just get it, and if they don't like it, they'll unsubscribe from your list. So make sure that it does add value to them. So we've come to an end of this module. If you'd like some more information, please visit us at www.thesmartmarketersacademy.com, and I'll see you on module 3.